What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. It's Thursday, 12 of the 12. We are around 7 trading days away from the end of the year. How's everyone? Did you guys trade it today with the ECB? There was not much move. There was a little bit of volatility, but the market is still not moving that much, at least with momentum. Like we kind of tried to see the dollar moving upwards, the euro moving to the downside, but then it continues to be in a compression, which is interesting, which is quite interesting, to be honest. Because it looks like that price is not ready to commit towards great momentum, basically. And that's something that yeah, we need to be aware of, especially in terms of managing expectations. It's one of those days that many people are maybe trying to approach or look at the market in a way that it's going to just move in a straight line, maybe breaking structure and continue, but then it always comes back, like as you can see here in terms of the compression on the dollar index. Looking at the news, what we had today, so we had unemployment straight away in the morning in Australia. It was really good, and price actually moved to the upside in that sense. Then we had even a bigger rate cut in Switzerland, so a 50 basis point rate cut. Interesting. We'll see if they are going to continue. He said that he's not in favor of negative interest rates, so is he going to just try to get really close to zero? We'll see, but quite aggressive, this cut. And then we had, of course, the ECB cutting rates another 25 basis points, and then you had the press conference from Christine Lagarde, which for some reason the market basically is trying to react that maybe in January or whenever is the next meeting, the first meeting of 2025, there's maybe a possibility for a 50 basis point rate cut. She said that they are going to be data dependent. She was happy with the trajectory of the inflation, so that's something that she was happy about. But she also noticed the problems that the eurozone has at this point, and it's again needs to start seeing a little bit more of growth, or at least some recovery in there, with unemployment, with the PMIs across many countries in eurozone, which can be a problem. All right, can be still a problem. We saw a little bit of a move to downside on the euro, but then again move to the upside, downside kind of end up staying almost in the same area. There was not exactly any momentum on the move. And let's see, sometimes the move happens only the day after, so maybe tomorrow going to have a little bit more of a move in the market. We'll see. Tomorrow we have an GDP in the UK, so that's going to be an interesting one as well to pay attention to in here. Now looking at the market. All right, so let's pay attention again. This is an opportunity for us to look at market together, basically predicting what we are expecting for tomorrow's trading session. The goal is to identify at least 2-3 high probability setups that price can provide to us, and that you can take advantage either intraday or potentially into a swing position. And at this point, again, as you know, I haven't really been that much active on the dollar. I didn't really enjoy any kind of this move that we have seen since the last week. It makes sense to me, the recovery, to move to the upside, but I don't really like it, neither on the euro dollar as well, where price is. So I'm just going to keep tracking. I'm going to keep an eye on it until eventually I see a better move. Yeah, what I'm going to do is actually try to trade other dollar pairs or some minors in here. So all right, dollar index, as you can see, basically price continue to respect all the structure in here. All right, so it continues to be at around this level, and yeah, it managed now to break this level, respect straight away that one. I'm still expecting, I haven't really seen any low being broken in here. There's maybe a little bit of that structure, but this is definitely the one that matters. There's still this level in here that price hasn't really reacted from, and it continues to keep respecting this structure in here. and I do expect price to eventually continue to push a little bit more to the upside, and basically goes back into the levels where we've been looking for since last week, like when you mentioned that if we are expecting this dollar index to respect this level as a kind of double top or not. So I will keep tracking. Your price continues to move in this way, in a strong compression all the way up, and if then finally you see those lows being broken, maybe there's that opportunity to have the short from somewhere around this level in here. So that's still a possibility. Is this the high? I don't really think so. I think maybe price could go even a little bit higher, even though this could be actually something in there. But I would like to see price going a little bit more to the upside in here on the dollar index. Yeah, just something to keep an eye on. Yeah, prices continue to respect. There's maybe a little bit of a break, as I mentioned, but price basically is respecting this structure altogether. So that's something that we have in here. All right. So yeah, moving along, the US indices, right? So there you go. Nasdaq, sorry, S&P end up reacting exactly from the level that we were looking for yesterday, right? So price reacted perfectly from that level. We mentioned that there were still some orders left behind in here, and then the price action proved it actually exactly that, with this push to the downside after respecting that level. So it was a good one, and then price just continued today. Basically, especially during the US session, we only had this. I still like this level, to be honest. I still like that level that price may go and can react from. So I still like that. If prices want to go there, you can definitely fake out this level in here, go there and continue to push a little bit more to the downside, and you may start trading within this range in here. So that's something that can still happen, and I do like that zone. So I'm going to actually set up a new alert in here just to be aware of when price eventually is going to go above this level. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that one. But yeah, so S&P end up respecting it. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq, as we know, it did manage to break above it, but then it come back straight away into this level. Right? And that's kind of what we're looking for as well. It will be to see if there will be the momentum continuation to the upside, or it will be a break, kind of a fake out, and then price pushing lower. And that's more or less what we have in here. All right, so price even managed to break this structure that was created at around the level that it was broken. So that's even more of a bearish move in here. I do like this structure as well at the high, so we can eventually even fake out one more time this level, and then push a little bit more to the downside as well. That's another alert that I want to set up. Is price going to respect something here? Basically, price is already respecting a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. Is there anything in here that price reacting from? All right, it's reacting from that level. Yeah, aside from that, nothing really much. But it could be something in there. Still, I'm not sure about this level. I prefer to see price going. I'll prefer to see price going a little bit more into this structure. Of course, it's all-time high, so be careful with that. On the S&P, something that I didn't mark is somewhere around here that I would like to see the price going towards to. Better a little bit in there. Yeah, so Nasdaq, that's more or less what we have in here. Then the Dow just continues, right? Dow continues to push to the downside in here, and it doesn't really look like it's going to stop anytime soon, even though now it's maybe approaching this level in here. So actually could be some support in here into this demand zone, so something to pay attention to. But it has been literally more bearish, just breaking lows and continue to push the downside. And yeah, that's a nice move in here. I haven't really paid attention to it, but move to downside, it's happening quite nicely. Yeah, it makes sense to go here, or can even eventually fill out that space into the other zone as well. And then you have DAX that continue again. You notice this level that was still a little bit fresh in here, and price retested from it quite a few times. We talked about as well of price potentially breaking this low and then filling the next space, and that happened. All right, so price broke that level and filled the next one in the year, and that's for me is a bit more of the key level in here. If you do manage to break now below that low, I think price is definitely open to go further down. We have a really strong level of resistance. Now price today is just a range in here. Even during the ECB press conference, price just a range out, like during all this period. I don't really like anything in here, to be honest. So it could go down just from where it is, or it could maybe fake out this one more time, or even fake out altogether the highs before potentially pushing. Yeah, before potentially pushing down. So that's yeah, we're going to be paying attention to that one as well. Yeah, may have that trend line in there as well to pay attention to in here. So yeah, let's keep an eye on the DAX to see if eventually we're going to have some opportunities in there or not. Bitcoin, that well, there you go. Okay, nice reaction, right? So that was the other level on BTC that we had, and yes, price. This is something that you want to pay attention to, right? So this is a good level. As you can see, price respecting all these highs for quite a long time, not just on the left side, but also in this approach. And price slowly broke that wall, but in my opinion, kind of the important range is actually this one in here. And now price finally fake out that level and it's moving to the downside. Like breaking below this level, I think starts opening door a little bit for price to potentially go even further down. So that's something to pay attention to. We do have that structure straight away after that. But yeah, breaking below that level, then eventually could go one more time somewhere around this level and then push lower. In here again, it's all-time high. So of course, there's always a risk of the possibility that price wants to go and create new all-time highs. But for now, I do like this level. I like the level where price reacted from, and I still even like that level in there as well. So there are two zones in here that we can eventually look for. Okay, I'm back. I lost my audio. So I'm not really sure in what moment I lost my audio, but if it was on BTC, um, that's a little bit maybe of what I can look for, and actually price is gaining momentum now to the downside. Interesting. It has a tendency to actually get some kind of movement around this time. But yeah, I do like still that level, even in here, if prices want to go there or this level, I really like what I'm seeing in here. Any other circumstance, this will be something that I will be considering to look for a short. Again, just because it's all-time high, so it's a bit trickier, but that's definitely something that I'll be considering. In here, of course, price still needs to break a little bit below that level. Ethereum, more or less the same. We have that level, maybe we can even have a little bit of a push higher than that. Maybe getting a little bit closer into something in there, even though it looks like it's already been taken on the way down. Yeah, but for now, definitely we have this zone in here. That's the one that I'm looking for. But I will go all the way until that high, and price is reacting quite nicely. Maybe in this case, price actually already broke below the wall in here. So that's actually maybe something in there. All right. Yeah, so I'm not really interested, and yeah, and this one just back into this. So now looking at the Euro Index, it's one that we definitely pay attention today. So we're looking to see if price would actually continue to push a little bit more to the downside, and price just respected this level in here. Right, so price just respected this one of the last demand zones within this level. That one never reacted from it, and that's literally one of the last ones within this low, then I was looking to see if price would even go below that. But price decided to respect it, broke the high, kind of retest, goes again, and you'll see if we're going to be trading within this range as at this point, right? So that high never really managed to break the high above it, so we are stuck within this range at this point in here. And I'm open for all types of possibilities in here. Yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen at around this level, and if the euro does want to go higher from here or not. Yen index, yeah, really good reaction. I like the level. It has been moving to downside for quite a long time, and I like this level. It makes sense to me where price is reacting now to have a little bit of retracement. I'm not sure if it's going to be the last zone and the price is going to just keep moving to the upside from here, but at least for a retracement it makes total sense. You can see the decision point in here. Price was left behind in there, selling alignment as well with the previous level support resistance. On the left side, an important supply level that was ignored on the way up, so it makes total sense where price is reacting right now. And you had a little bit of PI at around this structure as well. As you can see, price starting to break some structures in here, retest, then has a clear fake out of that zone, and now price basically moving to the upside. So, and price even managed to break that high as well. So if it wants even to go a little bit lower, and I would actually like to see price coming back into this structure in here, then perhaps you can continue to look for more longs. Price already got close to it with this low, but didn't really manage to react yet. Wait, what am I doing? React from this level, so that's still a zone in there that I'm going to be paying attention to, and perhaps then you can have those potential shorts on the other yen pairs, like on individual yen pairs. So that's definitely something that I want to keep an eye on. If price just keeps respecting this level and go higher, all right, that's kind of a missed opportunity. But the level that I would like to see it will be price kind of to create a little bit of a range in here, try to go higher, goes back down, and then starts moving. That will be a bit more of the ideal scenario in here. So I have an alert in there. Price can even respect just that level, to be honest. So those are just a few zones in here that I'm going to be looking for on this yen index, which eventually targeting the retest of this zone in here, which I don't think that price has yet reached that level in there. Now looking at the individual currency pairs, all right, so that's actually nice in here on the yen index. Looking at the individual currency pairs, second, right. All right, so we have euro dollar in here. All right, so we have euro dollar, which is exactly what we're looking for, right? Price still respecting this low. I don't really like the level again, as you can see, similar to the dollar index, similar even a little bit to the euro index. We have this range and price not really committing to any level. I do believe that if we do manage to break below that level, I think price could gain some momentum. I'm just curious to see how price may react straight away as soon as it takes that level, one of these two levels. Otherwise, I could see price finally gaining momentum after spending so much time in here. This kind of looks like almost a range just before price committing again. We managed to break such an important low in here. All right, basically price showing indication that it wants to go lower, and then it kind of spends a lot of time in here. It collects that liquidity with the NFP, and eventually price could actually continue to push lower and eventually getting a little bit closer to this level, or even this level in here. And I could see that happening, but at the same time, I'm just curious to see around this structure, if especially below these lows, if there's going to be kind of a break and above, then maybe you can have something like that. Otherwise you may have it, because also that low is kind of in alignment to this one. So I'm really curious to see how price may react from that zone in here. Yeah, that's basically one of the last levels here. As you can see, euro is not really breaking any highs neither. Basically price is respecting every single one of them, which means that they may look like a bit more bearish. We need to see those lows, or in this case this high has been taken, to start seeing that direction. Pound dollar actually moved quite nicely. I was not really expecting pound dollar to move as much today, but it actually moved, and it also forced euro pound to move as well. And in my opinion, of course, I think we have all these price, like euro pound is actually a bit more clear. We have all this compression, price broke below, then even fake out at level, respected perfectly that zone in there, and now filling the spice in here. Actually, pound dollar is actually much better in here. The zone on the left, that's a bit more of a question mark. Okay, reacted from this level. Could have gone a little bit higher into, a little bit closer into this structure. It didn't, just pause in here. But the breaks in here, they are much clearer in here, in my opinion. And now price is moving to downside quite nicely. Even collected the liquidity in there. Tomorrow we have GDP in the UK, so that can be another catalyst that can move the market a little bit quite aggressively, and we'll see if price doesn't want to go and fill finally this price, and can even go lower because it's already broken, which means that price actually can even go further down in here. Does price wants to go and retest this level one more time? Maybe it can do that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll prefer the price actually just now continue without any retest to these highs. All right. Euro pound made a great move. Right? Again, I hate these candles, the opening candles of the day. I just hate them. But price reacted really nice from that level. Okay, it's basically the extreme of this low. Price had a great reaction from here, and then tried to push up. Retested perfectly this level during the ECB. As soon as the ECB came out, I think the news or something like that, it was exactly at around that level, and now pushed to the upside. All right, and it could retrace. Of course, you do have this structure here to pay attention, but it could definitely start moving a bit more to the upside. You have this strong compression. Price is kind of back into above this level, so we'll see what kind of opportunities are going to have around this level that could push price to the upside in here. So that's definitely one to pay attention. Yeah, so I'll be paying attention to that. It can be just retest of this level, or yeah, something like that could happen. Price already reacted basically from that zone in here. Yeah, something from here you could wait into this this shift in here. Of course, tomorrow GDP in the UK is going to affect also euro pound, so that's something to bear in mind as well in here. Yeah, so again, nice move. We're expecting that opportunity, and it's happening. Aussie dollar. It looks like that the dollar is moving to the upside, and all the other pairs moving down. So that was the reaction from the unemployment, and price now is moving, retracing all the way back. It on the daily time frame or 4 hour. I don't remember now which time frame was it. Yeah, this one actually it's a good reaction from here on the daily as well. Basically just clean that level and continues the compression to the downside. Even with this strong move to the upside that we had on the daily candle, on the daily time frame, they are still bearish candles. There's no bullishness in here. So yeah, again, the reaction from this level was good. Price already reacted from it, if I'm not mistaken. And there's maybe still one last level in here that you can pay attention to. Right? There's maybe still that level that you can try to look for. At around this level, below these lows in here. So that's still a zone in there that you can try to see if there's anything in here on the Aussie dollar to try to pay attention to look for. For a long, price is just compressing and moving down. Go down, retest, go down, retest, continues. Now the low's been broken, and a little bit more of momentum, and I want to see price going all the way to take this level. Maybe a little bit of a reaction first from here, a little bit, and then eventually could go and turn, right? So again, we'll see. That's going to be an interesting one to pay attention as well. I still consider a little bit. Again, on the daily time frame, as I mentioned, it was kind of a nice level. On the world time frame, not so much. Sometimes you have this this view that on the daily time frame it really looks nice, but on the world time frame it doesn't look anything of normal. So yeah, we'll see. All right, so moving along. Yeah, moving along, we have Euro Aussie correcting. So Euro Aussie just retested and it's basically trading within this range now. Like there was really good opportunities all the way that it moved to the downside, and the initial reaction, and then kind of the push downside again after taking these highs. And yeah, now I don't really like when price now starts to range. I like to trade maybe the first move, maybe potential this one, and now that you broke, maybe could have done that again. But if price now starts respecting the levels, I just want to see now new zones in here being broken. But yeah, it just goes as well with the Aussie dollar. Is there anything in here that price can still respect? Yes, but of course, to actually look even for more sales in here, I would have preferred to see this one being taken or being broken to open doors to the downside. Didn't really happen. Maybe can happen from here. Who knows? We'll see. Otherwise, eventually you can target that level in there. Yeah, pound Aussie, a little bit more of the same as well, just doing exactly that. So it took the highs and now kind of retesting this level, so that's a nice one as well. Basically, yeah, reacted from here. You can even go higher, of course, but yeah, I'm curious to see a bit more negative again. I'm curious to see how price may react eventually back into this one in there. And then you have New Zealand, which also is in this interesting level, right? So we did manage to, yeah, we reacted from that initial level. So good reaction after taking these lows into this zone in here, but price can actually continue to push lower and eventually get into that level. So that's something to bear in mind. We did manage to break above this high, but similar to the Aussie dollar, this was kind of a great reaction from actually 4-hour time frame level in here, and that price kind of broke these lows, never really retraced this level, now is reacting from it. And there was already kind of a initial reaction from the level that was fresh in here, and I could see actually New Zealand continue to push lower and taking these lows in there. And maybe this is still not the level that you're going to see a big reversal on New Zealand. This was just a more of an intraday potential trade, because overall bigger picture, I don't really think that price wants to stop just in there. I think price wants to go a little bit lower, to be honest, and you can maybe look into more of this structure here, price to take these lows. So that's something that I'm going to be paying attention in here. All right. Where are we? Aussie yen, right? Aussie yen, nice move with the yen pairs as well, and the Aussie that moved quite nicely, and yeah, taking new highs. Potentially we can continue to go higher. We'll see what's going to happen in here as well. Potentially we can even go a little bit further down in there, but now we actually taking these lows. This was a quite aggressive move. It was with that news in regards to Japan, not mistaken. So if prices want to retest a little bit more to this level, perhaps there's still more levels in here that price could go higher. Even this level in here, it's not bad, to be honest. So we'll see. All right. To be honest, not really interested that much at this level, but it's something that I can keep an eye on. Yeah, dollar yen. All right, so it's kind of similar. So we mentioned that the yen index was reacting from a nice level and potentially could retest this level in here and look for longs. So if that's potentially what you're looking for on the yen index, you want to look for something similar but opposite on the remaining of the yen pairs, right? So basically you want to see a little bit more of a move to the upside on dollar yen, and then eventually a push to the downside. So that's more of what we want to look for. Now where that can happen, right? So we have this structure, and definitely that I want to see this size being faked out in here, and we actually have a little bit of a break of a low in here. That's interesting, right? So we have a little bit of this structure, something that we like to pay attention to for sure, right? So we have basically a double top, and then you had a double bottom, which was now broken to the downside. Come on, you stay here. Great. All right, so we have this. Now we could have, in my opinion, I think these highs are not exactly still reacting from the level. Could go a little bit here, or then it of course can even go higher as well. We could have something like that, and price kind of faking out into this level and then pushing to the downside. Now there is maybe the argument where this low actually reacted already from this level, which this is not exactly an engulf down, it's just actually a good fake out, and price could actually start moving to the upside from here, because it actually maybe reacted from the level in here. Like, that's something that we need to investigate, or if price in reality the level is more a little bit underneath and not where this will reacted from. That's something that we can look for. Right, so again, if the yen index wants to do something like that, that could happen. If the dollar also, the dollar index wants to continue to go a little bit more to the upside and then eventually push lower, that would also mean a potentially bearish moving here on the dollar yen. So definitely something to pay attention how price may react from around this level. Looking at the bigger picture, is this level even anything interesting? Yeah, maybe it is actually on this level. and then above that we can have a lot of compression in here. So yeah, we'll see. Now we have euro yen. So euro yen is also kind of ranging in between this level. Nice reaction to the downside in here, right? That was a nice level of PA in there, and we have kind of a double top now as well, so we could eventually also get a little bit closer to something a little bit more to the upside. I think that's eventually where price wants to continue to move towards to, just respect this level as well. Of course, can even go a little bit more into here. Yeah, we'll see. A bit in the middle. On the end, a little bit more of a bigger move as well, kind of going all the way. Actually kind of broke the high before moving to downside, opposite to the euro yen that respected. This one actually fake out that level and pushed lower. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen at around this level. Definitely that's still not the final destination. Eventually I'd like to see this one moving a bit more to the upside. Yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen in here. And then we have, there we go, dollar CAD actually finally breaking all the way through. All right, so we have dollar CAD managing to finally break out this level, right? So we mentioned that yesterday, that price was reacting out, is still underneath this level of resistance, and that looks like it was screaming to be taken. Price went there, it just picked out by a little bit, strong push downside, respected the low, another break, another push to the downside, respected the demand. So there was no breaking here, and then eventually prices continue to go higher. Now it's actually reacting from a level that I've been waiting for a little bit, so we'll see how price may actually have the reaction from there. Otherwise, price may actually wants to continue to push even a little bit more to the upside in there. So that's something to keep an eye on. But there you go, the continuation to the upside. That was something that we were anticipating, and maybe this is still not the final level. Again, as I mentioned, price may still want to continue to push a little bit more to the upside in here. Yeah, something to keep an eye on. Something to keep an eye on the dollar CAD as price continues to push higher. Dollar CAD actually has the tendency to have good momentum days or push on Friday. So maybe that can happen as well. We'll see. Price could actually just fill almost all that space and go all the way until here, right? We'll be talking about another more than 100 pips move. The remaining of the CAD pairs, we definitely have now Euro CAD in here. Euro CAD made that that big push to downside. I even managed to break below that level, so maybe there's more room in here, but price could react from all these levels, and then eventually can even go there as well. But for now, good reaction from here. We'll see what's going to happen at around the structure, or maybe price just wants to continue. I'll be more interested in looking for price to go into something in here. Pound CAD as well, that's another one. Again, tomorrow with the GDP, we'll see what's going to happen as well. So I do like that level as well. Price could go a little bit above this high, maybe breaking below this level, or maybe I already did it. No, he's still respecting it. So yeah, breaking in here, it definitely opens the door to go to go further down. So yeah, that's another one, just to keep an eye on it. Our point Swiss that we had interest rate, and we were looking for price actually to go there, so that was no surprise. We were actually looking exactly for that, and price is moving. Like finally, price is moving. With interest rate, price went there. It never even retested this level. It just kept respecting here, and we'll see. But we'll see what's going to happen around here. That I'm curious eventually to close the gap as well. That's something that I want to pay attention as price it keeps evolving. Again, similar, no breaks of lows in here, just keep respecting the structure. So that's nice to see. Yeah, so that's a nice one to keep an eye on. And then we had gold. Gold made a good correction, so beautifully fake out the high, great reaction, uh, strong push downside. It was kind of overnight in here, and then kind of around the London session, kind of good reaction from this level. Beautiful left shoulder reaction, and price just start moving. Okay, everything in here was already taken. Part of compression in here, basically with this drop, we take the orders from the cement zone, compress, already some broke of lows in there, and now price coming all the way. And even this one as well, kind of reacting from here, and could even continue to push a little bit more to the downside to be honest, in here. Yeah, silver. Yeah, silver alpha moving. Nice fake out. I don't really like silver at this point. Kind of not really interested where price is reacting. Yeah. Then oil, right? Oil is an interesting one. So we're actually looking for this correction. Price has been moving to the upside for quite a while, all right, for a couple of days. And usually when that happens, then you have those corrections. Like oil doesn't just move in one direction for many days in a row. You can have those strong corrections, but then again, nice corrections straight away. Like price didn't even spend much time moving lower. It was a quick move down and then a full correction in here, which was nice. And eventually can continue, right? So we just managed to break that high, and price can definitely continue into here. Already had the high as well being broken there. So we'll see. Eventually price does want to go even there, could go, but for now, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Overall, price broke the high. On Brent, price didn't really manage to break it. Okay, price is still kind of respecting this structure, which eventually can even go higher as well. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a mix of confirmation of price action that was respected on one side and broken in another one between both of them, but in similar ways. The expectation, at least for me, is that price does want to continue to move a little bit more to the upside before finding more selling pressures. I already found this initial selling pressure. I'm expecting new highs and eventually for that kind of move continue in here. And so that's going to be my take in here on oil as well. Yeah. And you have those opportunities when price is just moving in one direction as a counter trend trader. You do have these opportunities like today, where there is a quick opportunity for a retrace because price has been moving just in one direction, and the expectation is to have that correction. And when that happens, either you catch the move straight away, or my recommendation is now you need to wait again to see what price is going to do. I don't really like to trade double tops in this type of situation when price is just moving. Then as a quick correction, price comes back quickly. I'm not the biggest fan of trading double tops like that. As it shows clearly that the buyers are still a little bit in control here, managing to push price back into the previous level, previous highs, almost exactly after a few hours or in the same day. So I don't like, yeah, usually I don't like, for example, now I wouldn't look for shorts at the level where we are. If price does create new highs and then continues to push a bit more to the upside, then I'll consider to do so in here. So yeah, that's basically it. It's the end of the week already. Tomorrow is Friday. There's going to be more opportunities if I was about to look for something at this point, Mike. So you initially in the beginning of this week, you start looking for that potential long on the Aussie and New Zealand. It played out for yesterday. So that kind of played out. Aussie, I'm still looking to see what's going to happen there. New Zealand, maybe just wait for the low to be taken, and maybe it can even go a little bit more to the downside. We'll see how price may react from this level. Dollar index, I'm expecting to continue to push a bit more to the upside. So pound, euro, and so on can continue to push lower. And who knows if tomorrow we're not going to have another strong momentum day. This looks like also a good accumulation or distribution, whatever you want to call it, on the pound. And now initial move to downside, maybe we can have another one, and then tomorrow morning with the London session, it just starts trending in one direction. And honestly, if price breaks below this level, I could see price almost retesting and coming back into something in here. So there's still a lot of space in here, at least 100 pips move that price could go towards to in here on the pound, similar on the euro dollar as well. In there, the yen pairs, that's one that I'm going to be curious, because I want to see yen index going a bit more into the demand zone that was created today, and from there could start moving to the upside, which means that perhaps you can be close to a potential interesting short opportunity on the yen pairs, just not from where it is, maybe another high, for example dollar yen, maybe another high before pushing lower in there. Dollar CAD, that's another one that I'll keep tracking as well. Be careful, usually price does tend to move quite aggressively, can trend, so it's something to bear in mind. So yeah, with some confirmations, if you're a momentum trader, if you want to look for longs and you find a good entry, yeah, maybe that's an opportunity, a great opportunity potential to even rally and go with the trend. In terms of counter trend, yeah, I need to be careful a little bit in here, because even if it looks like that price may go strongly to the downside, it may just cause just like this kind of a move, like strong move down, just find some kind of level of support and it keeps going higher. Right, that's a typical move from the CAD pairs and the dollar CAD. The indices potentially shorts again from the highs, depending on how price may react from it as well. Right, so with that being said, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you again on Sunday for the weekly market analysis. Have a good one. Enjoy. Good luck for tomorrow, and then enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye bye. Obrigado.